Schedule a free design consultation, and the more you buy, the more you'll save on blinds, shades, shutters, and more from Budget Blinds. Visit budgetblinds.com today.
This is Newcap News with Bart Kreviazuk.
Good evening. After one of the most anticipated Alberta budget announcements in the last decade, the prediction of a grim financial situation came true. Facing the largest deficit in the province's history, Alberta's finance minister has unveiled some major changes aimed at getting the province off of oil revenue dependency. Vermilion Lloydminster MLA Richard Starke spoke to Newcap News earlier today and explains why changes had to be made.
To give you an idea, we're facing the most dramatic downturn in revenues or decrease in revenues and the fastest decrease in revenues since the Great Depression. There will be pain, don't get me wrong. This will not be easy, but it is the direction that we absolutely need to go.
One of the biggest announcements yesterday came in the form of health care, as AHS will lose $300 million from their budget, as well as close to 1,700 jobs. According to Starke, it will be management and administration that are targeted.
Obviously, to provide the care that people need, we have to have our frontline workers there. So that's where these, unfortunately, these cuts are focused in other areas away from that.
As healthcare takes about 45% of the province's budget, a levy has been instituted to alleviate costs. But according to Starke, it isn't like healthcare premiums of the past.
We're not setting up a whole new means of collection. It's all being done through the taxation system. And the other thing is it is a progressive, much more progressive system. I mean, those earning less than $50,000 in taxable income will pay nothing additional. And you don't reach that $1,000 maximum until your taxable income is about $130,000.
And while some Alberta residents are facing tax increases as we move from a flat to a progressive income tax system, corporate taxes are staying steady. Starke says while it is drawing some criticism, increasing corporate rates at a time when oil is low will turn a bad situation worse.
You know, the big businesses pay. But the truth of the matter is 95% of the businesses in Alberta are small businesses. They're not big profitable corporations, and a lot of our corporations this year aren't going to see a lot of profits this year.
And even with tax increases, Starke says Alberta still has the lowest rates compared to the rest of Canada. Now to some complications with the planned election at the Ministikwan Lake Cree Nation. It was set to happen today, but it was been postponed. New ballots have been issued to electors living off the reserve, as the original mail-in ballots sent were missing a candidate's name. Indian Affairs says it's required mail-in ballots be sent to electors not residing on the reserve 35 days prior to the election. Due to the complication, the election will now be on April 25th. Well, it's a formal affair at Lakeland College tonight. More than 400 people are attending the annual President's Gala, nearly double from last year, and that's thanks to some special guests. Canadian music power couple singer-songwriter Kreviazuk and Maida of Our Lady Peace are performing as they support the educational fundraiser. The couple is actively involved in donating to many causes and say good education is close to their hearts.
We have 3 young kids, so we see what tuitions, the rising tuition costs, and I think that's really important. So, I mean, we're really proud to be here kind of supporting an event that supports the students.
Tonight is about celebrating our students, and it's about creating some fundraising opportunities for student awards and bursaries.
And tonight they're playing some new music that they've been recently working on.
Ray and I have started our own act together called Moon vs. Sun, and so we'll be playing hopefully a couple of things from that new collection of songs tonight.
One of the songs we literally just wrote, I think, on the weekends, or last weekend, right?
Yeah.
And all funds raised tonight will go towards student awards.